Alright, so hey guys, welcome to a new car vlog, and as many of you great detectives will probably realise, we're in a different car. So basically, this is my dad's car. I'm in his today because there's been a situation with mine, nothing crazy negative, but if you watched the last car vlog, you would have heard me talk about the rattle in the door. Basically, my car earlier today was booked in for to get the door panel removed and them to have a look. My dad took it because my dad's a bit better with dealing with this type of thing. You know, he's been around the block a few times, so he's a bit more forceful than I would probably be. And anyway, he sits there for over an hour in the Mercedes garage, and they come and go, "We've test drove it, we can't hear it." And then my dad's like, "Well, no, we've said it's intermittent." My dad went there a week ago when I was at the gym. Today was supposed to be you just remove the panel and have a look. Like, "Oh, sorry sir, we can't do that unless we hear it." It's like, what? So there's been a whole hoo-ha. The general manager of the whole dealership got involved, and he's really apologetic. Apparently the guy that's recently taken over the service department that's dealing obviously with my car, he's had crazy amount of complaints against him and stuff like that. So yeah, it is now getting sorted. They're looking at it and taking it apart today. And then my dad was like, "Well, I'm not waiting any longer." So they bring my dad home, and now they're going to bring my car home later, apparently. And obviously, I've still got the gym. I was like, well, now I don't have my car, so that's why I'm in my dad's. But yeah, hopefully the rattle will be fixed. But yeah, welcome to this. I wasn't expecting to do car vlogs in a different car, but this is my dad's Jaguar F-Pace. It's really nice. It's probably my favourite car my dad's ever had, and my dad's had over 15 cars in the last 10 years. I don't know, it's been a lot. This is my favorite. This engine is relatively the thing with this car, it's fast for what it is. It's a massive SUV, but it has basically the same engine that my car has, and my car is a lot lighter than this. So even though this car numbers wise is not slow, it's 0 to 60 in 6.8. I think it's like 240 brake horsepower, quite a lot of torque. My car is a lot quicker than this, so it's a bit of a difference in driving, but I've driven this quite a lot when we visit family up in Wales and stuff. I'm the one that's driving everywhere because I don't drink, so I've driven this a lot. It's really nice to drive, and I'd say the biggest compliment I can give this car, if you're interested, it feels like a car. There's SUVs that feel like SUVs. They feel massive and bulky and heavy and slow. Now this, you feel like you're driving a car. My dad had a Jag Saloon a few years ago. Yeah, it feels about the same as that, maybe even a bit better. But yeah, gym session today. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Things have been going pretty good recently, gym and fitness wise. Weight wise, I'm in the bracket. I haven't really lost in a while, it feels like anyway. I'm in, basically, depending how much I eat the previous day, I'm 12 stone 4 to 12 stone 6 in that area, which if you're American, that's I'm basically 170 pounds, give or take a couple. That's basically how much I weigh right now, which is fine. I still have a bit more to lose, but it's just becoming more difficult, which naturally it's going to happen. The more weight you lose, the more weight you've got, or the less weight you've got to lose. Therefore, it's going to be harder to actually get off. So yeah, I'm not surprised it's harder, but I have snuck in the occasional cheat meal, which I'm now, for the rest of February, not going to do. So I said to myself at the beginning of the year, oh, when it's Super Bowl, I'll have a pizza. It'll be my first pizza of the year. So I had a pizza on Sunday. Yesterday, because of that, I was going to have what I call a no-eat day. That's basically a high liquid day. Basically, don't eat the whole day. It got to nearing the end of the day, about 6, 7 p.m., and my body was like, you need to eat right now. So I ate. So it's things like that are creeping in, but it's fine. Again, I'm more than happy with what I've done the past 5 months, roughly. Again, September 12th is when I began this journey of fitness. Yeah, I'm more than happy. So if I have a couple odd weeks that I'm not losing any weight, but I'm also not gaining any, it's okay. That's life. So yeah, this car vlog though, why I wanted to do one, because in the back of my mind I was like, oh, am I doing a car vlog now that I'm not in mine? Yeah, why not? We can talk about the whole, I guess, moving out thing. How's that going? So I have talked to a few properties. Hopefully I'll be, like, today's my day off, obviously, naturally being my main gym day. When I get home today, I'm going to be on the phone a bit, hopefully booking some actual viewings. But I have decided something. So I've decided I'm not going to buy a house. I can buy one, which is a great place to be when you're 25 years old. But I still don't know what I'm doing in the next couple of years. If I go become a pilot, then there's that. I'm a YouTuber right now, so basically I've decided I'm just going to rent for the next year or two and then see where I am. You know, moving out, I'll still be accumulating savings. So hopefully just moving out will, you know, it will make my savings go up slowly, or slower. But that's okay, you know, if I move out in the next year or two and eventually I can go buy a house if I do decide to continue doing YouTube in the long term, or I'm going to go become a pilot. The big thing in my mind, if I'm likely to become a pilot, which is looking likely, do I want to own a house when I'm training for 18 months that I won't be around here? You're 6 months in Southampton, I think, 6 months in New Zealand, and then you're 6 months back over here for exams and flight simulators. I don't think I want to own a house when I'm doing that, because one, obviously, I'll have to still be buying or paying for the house, and yeah, I could rent it out, but then you get the awkward situation that I have to change the mortgage to a renting mortgage or a landlord mortgage. It just is a bit awkward. So what I've decided, and also when I qualify to become a pilot, I don't get to pick usually where I'm based. Sure, you can maybe have a preference, but they might go, right, you're in York. Well, then I own a house in this area. Well, that's not very useful. So I'm just going to kind of wait a bit. I think it's the smart thing to do. And obviously when you're renting, you are kind of just burning money when you could be owning a house, but I think it's just smarter. So yeah, but hopefully I'll be able to find something nice, and with the budget that I've kind of set myself, because I'm obviously not going to go crazy, it should be a pretty good home. I'm looking, again, what's my criteria, I guess. Detached, so no other houses are attached to me, I think is a little bit important because of sound. The least thing I want to do is move out. I'm streaming at like 2 a.m. for Americans, you know, maybe once or twice a week, and I get a neighbor complaint, you're loud at 2 a.m. It's like, oh Jesus, I moved out so I could do this, and then I get complaints. That would suck. So detached is preferable. And like 3/4 bedrooms, really. Obviously that's a big house for me being alone. I've already had some people say that, but basically I've always wanted to be the hub for my friends to come over and like spend some good time, board games, TV series, whatever it may be, and obviously a bigger home helps with that. And the price difference is really not that big between like a 2-bedroom and a 3 or 4, surprisingly, like not as much as you'd think. And also one of the bedrooms will naturally just turn into an office, like a recording room. So like not a little dinky little room, it'll be separate, but yeah, it'll be like a bedroom, so the size should be pretty good. Hell, maybe if, depending on the house, if there's 2 bedrooms with en-suites, obviously one will be the main bedroom. If there's a 2nd bedroom with en-suite, I guess I could have an office bathroom. That would be quite cool. But yeah, so that should be moving forward, I don't know, the next few months. Like, I think it honestly is going to go quite quick. I haven't been able to go for any viewings yet. I've just been very busy. It's naturally busy at this time. I'm always busy, to be fair. But yeah, I think it's going to go quite quick. When I start actually going for viewings and I'm like, I like this, I think it'll go like, yeah, I'll have this one, let's go for it, blah, blah, blah. So that's happening. Anything else with that? Not really. A friend of mine has bought a house recently, and he's now discovering how expensive it is to furnish a house. Like, I already know my hands are going to kill me when I move out, because all I'm going to do, you don't need anything fancy or anything, do you, for your first home at least? I'm just going to get everything basically IKEA. Maybe I'll probably put a little bit of money into a sofa, like a nice, comfortable sofa. I doubt IKEA do crazy good sofas. But yeah, like all the cabinets and tables and stuff, that can just be IKEA, I don't care. So obviously I'm going to have to build all that. So that's going to be painful. But yeah. Oh boy. But yeah, hopefully that'll go well. And obviously a criteria for me is I need to have a house that has good internet, because that's quite important with my job. Funny that. But yeah. Today's gym session, not really sure what we're doing, if I'm honest. I did squats the other day. Again, if you don't follow my Instagram, please do. I do updates there. People are actually pretty happy about my updates that I give them, because it gives a good idea of like what you can do in like a few months. And again, I have had people messaging me, how did you do it? I've tried to do it similar to you, haven't seen the same results. I do stress and want to stress the point of, you know, I am a YouTuber, so I don't, like, I can, let's say, push my body a bit more and not get punished when I'm working. So like, let's say I do a big gym session and I'm not eating much. Yeah, I might feel a bit drained, but then I don't have to go to an office like you may do, or I don't have to work in a store and have to deal with customers. So that's kind of, I'd say, the problem is my sister, she's not overweight at all, but she wants to lose a little bit, and she's like, what do I do? Because like, I can't do what you're doing because I commute and leave the house at 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, yeah. My biggest advice to a lot of people really is have a relatively balanced diet, but cut out unnecessary carbs and sugar. Do that and you'll probably lose a bunch of weight without even really doing anything else. I don't have sugar anymore, pretty much at all. I'll treat myself to the occasional like hot chocolate. That's about it. And then apart from that, yeah, I don't really have carbs unless it's like once a week or a cheat meal. So those are the only times I have carbs. I have carbs once a thingy. Normally I have carbs right today before the gym. I didn't today because I had carbs yesterday. But yeah, be smart about it. Your body really doesn't need a crazy amount of energy to run on, like more than you think. Like growing up and everything, especially here in the West, it's like, 3 meals a day. Your body doesn't need 3 meals a day at all. It's just excess at that point. So yeah, just cut the excess pretty much and you'll see results. But yeah, I just thought of something in the back of my mind. This car is a very big car. I don't know, obviously, if you can tell, like maybe I'm further away from the camera angle, possibly, because this car's obviously wider than mine. The car park that obviously my gym has, it's quite a narrow spot car park. So that's going to be fun, parking this thing. Hopefully there's a few spaces in a row, like blank. But yeah. All right, so we're approaching it, and I think I relatively rung out. Oh, there was one question that a guy had, that he was like, how do I start YouTube? I've answered this question a lot over the years. I think I even basically answered it in my recent Q&A. And in essence, how do you start and how do you get successful on YouTube? Well, the number one rule is you've got to make content. So if you're not uploading, you're not going to get success. You know, my good friend now, Vixie, is getting into trying to get her YouTube channel a little bit more set up and a little bit, more traction. So she's asked me a bunch, how do I do it? Upload. Upload. YouTube wants you, if you want to get in the good books or the algorithm, the all-important algorithm, YouTube wants you to upload daily. Just to let you know. If you really want to get in the good books, daily. What I do, 2 videos a day, is actually not good for the algorithm. But I've kind of got to the stage as a YouTuber that I don't really care about growth. I don't really care about subscriber numbers and stuff too much. We're still growing 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers a month, but I don't really care about it. I just want consistency, and 2 videos a day for me is consistent for my income and everything, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, so 1 video a day, nearly every day, is what you should do if you're looking to climb on YouTube. Furthermore, 10 to 15 minute videos instead of half an hour videos like I do. 10 to 15 minute videos are better for climbing. They're growing. They're worse for income, obviously, but they're better for growing. That's the weird thing with YouTube. What is good for your general income level as a YouTuber is vastly different to growing your actual channel. Weirdly, but yeah. But yeah, just have fun with it. Do content that other people haven't done. If, for example, let's just throw it out there, I want to be a YouTuber. I like what Huzzy does. I'm going to just do one of his series myself. That's not going to work because there's already a bunch of people that do what I do, including me. So, and I'm already a biggish YouTuber. I'm already there. So you've got to give a reason for people to watch you instead of me or instead of other people. Did I go the wrong way? No, I don't think so. Okay, no. I just saw a sign there saying road ahead closed, but I think it was meaning left, not straight. Weirdly. Yeah, we're fine. I was worried then. I was like, oh God, I'm going to be late to my session if I have to turn around and go the whole other way. That would be fun. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Obviously, you'll see me after the gym when I'm obviously a lot more tired. And yeah, I'll talk about what I did in today's gym session and how did it go. I say, guys, welcome after the session. And honestly, that was a really good session. I'm really happy with that. So today was a pushing session, and managed to do everything pretty much. And we had a couple PBs today, and I feel great about it. Like, it's always awesome when you finish a gym session and you like are feeling great. I don't even feel too fatigued, but I guess that's just because of the exercise. My muscles feel drained, but sometimes when you, I guess even when I've watched these car vlogs, you're like, when I've watched them back, you're like, yeah, I can tell I'm really tired there. Yeah, I feel okay, just everything is a bit sore of what we used today. So I think that's a good sign. Obviously, a big part of fatigue usually comes when I'm doing massive compound exercises, and yeah, that wasn't today, but feel great about it. Now we have the probably big traffic home, but yeah, sorry if my attention is not on talking, because you know I am driving a car right now, worth noting. Lovely. Right, but yeah, today was good. We did it's always like getting the names of the exercises right. It's like clean and jerk, I guess, but not starting from the ground, starting a little bit elevated, like, or just below my knees, basically. Bring it up to my chest, then go above my head. Did a PB on that and actually felt really good about it. It might have been like a double PB, because we hit a PB and then we did the same PB set after. Well, usually when you do a PB, that's it. You do that set and you're like, oh, I'm done, I'm tired. But yeah, we did 2 of the PB set of that. And then we did a couple more things, and yeah, everything just felt good, which is awesome. I'm actually going to put the car in dynamic mode, which probably isn't the best thing to do while I'm driving in a city, but as I said on the way here, I'm pretty sure this car, it's a fastish SUV car for what it is. Just compared to what I'm used to, it's a bit slow. So dynamic mode just helps it a bit, give it a little bit more pep. I'm not sure, like, the end, well, let's be honest, this is a diesel, so it's not going to have the greatest engine sound in the world, but like, it does sound kind of meaty, I guess. I don't know how much that was picked up in the mic, but that's the word I'd use. It doesn't sound sporty, it sounds meaty. There's another one, literally, if you're wondering what I'm in, if you saw that blue thing, I'm in one of those, but I don't think that was the R Sport. This is the R Sport F-Pace. So this has a engine powered to 2.5 litres. I think it's 242 horsepower. So yeah, it's quick for what it is. This would have been the perfect car when me and my sister were like kids growing up. This is a perfect family car. It's perfect for my dad, because my dad obviously golfs a lot, and that's what he was looking for. My dad used to have like luxury saloons. He had a Mercedes E-Class that he moved into then this. He was looking for something a bit more upright, a little bit easier to load, like his golf clubs and trolley in the boot. And yeah, this is the perfect car for that. I think the other one that he was looking at, again, keeping with the same brand that we got, he was looking at the Mercedes GLE. But he test drove, we got invited, I think I've told the story before, but we got invited randomly. My dad like loves this car, always has, but he wasn't thinking about it. He was going to go with the GLE, and then we got invited to a VIP event at Jaguar here in our city, and it was like, you know, for better deals of new cars and all that. And if we didn't get invited to that, my dad wouldn't have got this, because he bought it when we got invited to that event. So if it was by chance he got invited to that, boom, we bought the car. If he didn't get invited to that, boom, we wouldn't have got it. So weird, very weird. But yeah, again, this isn't brand new. My dad got it when it was a year old. He's had it for a few months now, maybe about, I think he got it last like August, September, in that time. So he's had it like close to 6 months now. It did have its issues, you know, like we said about my car having the rattle. This car had its rattles, and it was found out that there was, because obviously again it had a previous owner for a year, there was children's beads, like hair beads, in the air vents, and my dad was like, there's a rattle, and it went back about 4 times to the dealership, and they kept finding us stuff until they basically found all of them, and now it's perfect. But yeah, I like driving it, and my next car will probably be an SUV or some kind. Again, I am sorry for all the car talk. Hopefully you find it interesting. I'm just a big car person. Honestly, if I had to say right now, what would be my next car? Most likely electric, and most likely an SUV. Therefore, it would most likely be the new Mustang. If I'm honest, like, to me, that just fits the bill perfectly. SUV-ish and electric, sporty. Yeah, I think the new Mustang would be great. But other than that, again, what I'd like you guys to do, if you may, and you've made it this far into the car vlog, please leave topics that you want me to cover in these. That is the one issue, and why I don't do them every week, is because obviously there's not always something to talk about. You know, I can get through my chat about the exercise pretty quick. You know, I'm feeling better about myself every week, but topics are helpful, so please leave them. It can be about pretty much anything, but yeah, I'm gonna let this bus go, because I don't know if it's the same with everywhere, but bus drivers don't care. It's better to let the bus driver just do his thing rather than have a kerfuffle with a bus driver, because they don't care. But what was I going to say? Yeah, today's day off. I'm probably going to ring a couple estate agents to see if I can book some viewings for houses that I'm interested in. Oh, another cool thing, car related. Everyone knows I'm an absolute F1 nut. When I get home, I was going to do it, but I ran out of time. If you're a Mercedes F1 fan, just, you know, by the 10 of you maybe that are watching, you know, and you are F1 fans, Mercedes, there are limited edition posters on for sale right now on the Mercedes F1 store. They're quite pricey. They're £100 a poster, but you can get, there's 3 of them. There's a Lewis one, there's a Bottas one, a Valtteri, and there's a just generic Mercedes F1 2019 World Championships. I'm going to get the generic one, get it nice and framed, because I also got to now start thinking, with me moving out, I obviously need art for the walls, because I don't want to have a bare house. So yeah, and I've already got, blue lights went that way. I've already got, I'm not sure if I mentioned it here, I've actually got a piece of Lewis's car, an actual F1 car. I've got a piece of Lewis's car from, I think, 2015. It's a framed picture of his car, like a professional photographer took it. It's got a signed Lewis Hamilton signature in the bottom right, and then it's got an actual piece of one of the panels of the car in the bottom left. All 100%, you know, real and validated and warranted, whatever. And that was sold in a very limited quantity on the Mercedes F1 website. I got one of those. So that's going to be obviously in a pretty prominent place in the home. But yeah, hell yeah. Now, the one thing I will say that I'm kind of thinking of now is, do I stop for coffee on the way home? I think I might, and thanking my dad of letting me have his car, otherwise I'd have to cancel my gym. I guess I'll get him one too. But yeah, that's going to be it though for this week's car vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, like I mentioned, please leave topics that you want me to talk about, because that does help quite a bit. Let's see, beans. It doesn't sound bad for like a diesel, does it? But yeah, I'm going to go now. So anyway, thanks very much everybody for being with me on the adventure. Again, I'm very happy with how it's going. Like, you know, when you're in a gym, the one thing I'll say, you know, when you're in a gym and you're doing the exercise and there's a mirror usually in front of you, worth noting, if you're not a gym person or you're newish to the gym, you're wanting to go to the gym, why are there always mirrors? Like, is it a vain thing of people looking at themselves? Well, there's probably a couple of people like that, but the main thing is for technique, that you're looking at if things are level. That's what it's more for. But obviously you're looking at yourself in the mirror somewhat, and I am so much happier with when I look at myself in the mirror at the gym. Like, my arms, like, proper veiny and getting there. Like, they're veiny right now and I'm not even exercising. It's getting there, and obviously veininess is it's a sign. It's not always like 100%, but it's a sign of cardiovascular health and less body fat percentage. So obviously your veins are healthier, they're prominent, and there's less fat to cover them. So it's all around a good thing. But yeah, so that's a thing. I'm happier with how I look. I'm happier with how I feel. I'm less tired all the time. It's, yeah, just honestly, like, if you are somebody that, well, it's one thing I'm about to say. Like, I can say lose weight, and obviously most people go, oh, duh, but me saying it isn't going to be the trigger usually for weight loss. Why do I know that? Because I was potentially for years. It's no good someone telling you have to lose weight. You yourself have to want to do it. And you know, I've already received messages of I was the trigger for some people, which that's awesome. Again, my trigger for losing weight was randomly getting invited to the League 10 event in London. Honestly, like in years to come, if someone says to me, God, how did you do it? Like, what was the trigger? Like, what was the click that made you go, I'm going to lose weight? Getting invited to that event, I'll always thank for that event. For one, it was a wonderful event to go to, but for whatever reason, it got in my mind, lose weight. I don't know why. You know, the way that I've always thought about it, of what was the feeling? You know, Rocky, the film? Rocky 2, I want to say, maybe even Rocky 3, when Adrian is in hospital after I think they gave birth to the kid, and Rocky is supposed to be fighting, I think it's the Clubber Lang fight against Mr. T, and he loses the first one because his mind wasn't in it, and then Adrian on the hospital bed literally says to him, win. It was like that moment, and then obviously it's cheesy, it's a film, but then he starts training and then he ultimately wins. It's like that, just that trigger of like, all it took for Rocky to start training properly and wanting to win is someone telling him, win. I don't know, it's just a trigger. Things like that happen. It's weird. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I've been trying to end this video for 5 minutes. If you guys did enjoy, throw a like on it, leave comments, leave suggestions down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.